Hello and welcome back to my channel. Emily Jean if you're new here, and if you're not new, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out. Today we are doing a booktubers tag, and this one sounds really fun. I haven't read through all the questions yet, so I'm excited to read through them and answer them with you. We are going to be doing the reading habits tag, so you can learn a little bit about me, my reading habits if you want to, and then I'd love to hear your reading habits too. So if you want to go through the questions and hang out together, then grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's get cozy. My mom is visiting today, which is a huge help. She comes on Friday so that she can hang out with Willard and I can get work done, which means recording videos and all the other stuff that comes along with being a mom who runs a business, who's trying to get things done. So today's Friday. She brought me a to-go coffee, which was so nice, and we're going to do the reading habits tag. I found this on booktubersfandom.com. It was created by The Book Jazz in November 2012. The original video has been removed, but the tag is still circulating. So first question, do you have a certain place at home for reading? No, I don't have like a book nook area, but I definitely have my go-to places. So I read on the couch probably the most often. I read in bed a lot, so I would say 9 times out of 10 or 6 nights out of 7, I'm reading in bed before I actually fall asleep. Mostly 7 out of 7, at least for a little bit, reading in bed and then on the couch. But I have been like envisioning this space in our house with a hanging chair, not like the bucket chair, but those big round ones that you see now. And creating like a reading place for our whole family with different mats and pillows. And there's a corner I think we could make downstairs. So if I do that, I'll definitely share like the renovation with you guys and putting that together. But we don't have like a reading nook area. I also read in our big recliner chair. You know, I'm game to kind of read anywhere. Okay, bookmark or random piece of paper? Random piece of paper all the way. I used to have this collection of bookmarks. I love the idea of bookmarks, but for some reason, I never hang on to them. Like they always seem to be disappearing on me. So I'm usually grabbing whatever's nearby, or if the book comes with a book jacket, then I'll just use that to mark the place, which is what I've been doing the most often. I think bookmarks are so beautiful, but really when it comes down to it, it's just a random piece of paper. Okay, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter, a certain amount of pages? I can just stop reading. Sometimes I even do that if I know it's like a book that at the end of the chapter, it's always like a cliffhanger that will make you want to read to the next one, and it's like getting late into the night, I need to go to bed. I'll intentionally stop in a place that's kind of low excitement, so I'm not like wanting to go into the next chapter, if that makes sense. So yeah, I can stop in the middle of the chapter, no problem. I'm not very rigid about making sure I stop. I do set like sometimes I'll have a goal of like reading 2 chapters a night so that I make sure that I am reading. But yeah, I can definitely stop reading in the middle of a chapter. Do you eat or drink while reading? Definitely. Lots of snacks, lots of drinks, definitely eating and drinking while I'm reading. Okay, multitasking, music or TV while reading. Not intentionally, but I have no problem reading a book when there's things going on. This is a skill that I've cultivated from a very young age. There can be music blasting, people talking, and I can just get right into the book, no problem. Like personal preference is if nobody was at home and I was all alone, I might put on a little music. I like folk music while I'm reading, or like really peaceful music while I'm reading. Definitely, I like that kind of vibe. And one book at a time or several ones. So I did mention this in one of my other videos. It is more difficult for me to read more than one of the same genre at a time, because I get really into the world and I like to stay in that world. I like that energy of being in that world the whole time I'm reading the book. And so jumping between fantasy worlds is a little bit more difficult for me. But if it's a fiction and a nonfiction book or personal development and a fantasy, I definitely do that. There was a time where it was helpful for me to kind of switch between books and genres, but now for the most part I'm just doing one book at a time, getting through that, enjoying that, and then moving on to the next one. Okay, reading at home or everywhere? Well, we're all kind of in the middle of this extended lockdown sort of situation, so reading at home. I do really enjoy reading at coffee shops. I love that. Reading at the bookstore, definitely enjoy that. But even when we were able, I'd say my number one preference is reading at home. It's your comfort place, right? It's so comfortable and cozy at home. It's the place that I read the most for sure. Okay, next question. There are 11 questions total. We are on question number 8. Reading out loud or silently in your head? Silently in my head, definitely. I enjoy reading out loud, I really do, but I'm not processing the book when I'm reading out loud. I'm focusing on like reading that sentence and giving energy to that sentence, especially if I'm reading out loud to my husband or my son. I'm not really processing it as a reader, if that makes sense. So I read silently in my head. Do you read ahead or even skip pages? Yes, sometimes I read ahead and skip pages if I'm really worried that one of my favorite characters is about to get, like, something's gonna happen to them. I'll like skip ahead to make sure they're still alive, take a breath, and then I'll go back and read. That's not every book, but definitely the ones where I'm like, no, please tell me this isn't happening. Then I will skip ahead, find it, and then I'll go back and read up to that point. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I really made the switch from buying books to getting books at the library, so really mindful of not breaking the spine on library books. And even for home, I would say it's pretty rare for me to break the spine. I like to keep it as new as possible. And do you write in your books? No, definitely not. I don't know why I say definitely not. It's like this weird thing that was ingrained in me was never write in your books. I wonder where that came from. I like the idea of annotating what you read, but I have written in a couple of like personal development or self-help books, and it's like I'm like thinking two things. So one, sometimes I read it and it's distracting to see those notes if I'm ever going to reread it. But two, sometimes it is nice to see what I thought or which things were important to me at that time. So that's kind of interesting. But for the most part, no, I don't write in my books. The only books I really ever did write in were, what books did I write in? I feel like I remember writing in the edge of books, but it wasn't very often. Maybe in college, maybe with a couple of textbooks that I wasn't going to return. Just got something on my face. But no, I don't really write in my books. Okay, that was cool. If you know of any other BookTube tags or just YouTuber in general tags that you think would be fun to answer, I would love to hear. I'm going to check out some more. Hopefully that gave you a good idea of my reading habits. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for hanging out. If you liked this video, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a very, very beautiful day. Bye, guys. Hey guys, editing Emily here. I realized I forgot to tag some booktuber friends in my booktube tags. So I want to tag a new booktuber friend, Lady Jane Books, and I also want to tag two of my absolute favorite booktubers. They'll probably never see this, but that's okay. I love G from Book Rose, so I tag her in this video. I would love to hear her answers to these questions. And then also same with Elliot Brooks. I absolutely adore Elliot. I love watching all of her videos, so I tag her, and I would love to hear what her reading habits are too. So I hope again that you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.